Hi, Merry Christmas and welcome to 20 Days of Christmas. I'm Kim, this is Dorothy's daughter. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about making zipper pouches, and I'm going to show you how I made this one. I made this one to go with the journal that I made yesterday, and this is going to be a gift for a 10-year-old. I'm going to stick color pencils in here, and I think it'll be a really nice little gift, all done with scraps. And I think the best gifts are the ones where you take the time to find out what a person likes to do, and every 10-year-old loves to draw. So that is for our pastor's daughter, and she's 10, and I think she'll love it. So I'm going to show you how to make the zipper pouch. I'm going to cut to that right now. Okay, so we're ready to make the pouch, and these are going to be for colored pencils. So I took a colored pencil box that I just happened to have, and I kind of did the size of it there. I decided to go with a 9x7 pouch, and that way she'll have plenty of room to put pencils in there. So I cut, this is your cutting list, and I will have this in the description again. 2 lining pieces, 2 main fabric pieces, and 2 pieces of fleece. And 2 2x2 inch squares, and those are to enclose the ends of the zipper. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to be folding that and putting it there, making sure it's squeezed together there, and stitching that there, and then that extends out, and you don't have any issue of catching the zipper at the right place when you're doing the side seams. And then same thing down here. And I will show that to you in a moment. Now, if you want to put like name on here or anything, I actually think I'm going to do that with my silhouette. I'm going to put her name right here. That will be my first step. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut that file and apply it, and I will be right back. You could also, if you have an embroidery machine, this would be a perfect time to use it. I don't have an embroidery machine, but I do have vinyl. So I'm going to go ahead and put her name right here, and making sure that I clear the seam allowances and everything, and then I'll be back to show you how to sew it. Oh, one more thing, the zipper. This is a 9-inch zipper. I simply held it up to the pieces and figured that the little tabs are going to overlap by 1/2 inch. So I just made sure that there was a 1/2 inch clearance on either side, and cut my zipper appropriately. Now the way that you do that is you want to cut it at the top, and then that way you still have your stopper there. Okay, and you can also do it at the bottom and create a new stopper. It doesn't really matter, except if you do it my way, you have to be really careful that you don't pull it off before you get that piece attached. So I trimmed this much off of the ends of the zipper. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and put together this zipper pouch. I have put her name on it. It kind of isn't the greatest fabric to put a name on, but I think she'll still like it. You can definitely see it. It's just kind of busy, but she's 10 and I think she'll love it. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is apply these stoppers to the zipper. And this was a 2-inch square. If you remember, I had you cut. And then I just folded a 1/2 inch each toward the center. And then what I'm going to do is fold it a 1/2 inch in this way. Okay, I'm going to press that way. One moment. All right, so I press this down. Just have about a 1/2 inch folded up that way. What I'm going to do is take a pin and hold this closed so that it's nice and together and isn't gaping open. So actually you can use the pin as a stopper. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to go ahead and sew this on there. I'm going to go ahead and do close to the edge of there and just make a rectangle around. Okay, and also the one on this end the same way. And that just gives you an extension for the zipper and something to go between the fabric other than zipper teeth. It just makes it a lot neater in the end. Okay, so I'm going to go sew both of those sides with the zipper extensions on. These are just 2x2 squares, folded over. I'm going to do a square here and a square here of stitching, and then we have our zipper extended. Okay, so now I have the zipper extensions on. So I'm going to treat this, each one of the front pieces with a piece of fleece as one thing, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the center here of the zipper panel to make sure that we're lining up, finding the center here. All right, I'm going to take one of the front pieces, this is the one with her name, and I'm going to put it up against the far edge of the zipper, like so, matching the middles so that we know that it's all going to be centered nice. Okay, pin that there, not my finger, which I just did. All right, and go ahead and pin it, or use clips also if you don't want to use pins. That's perfectly fine to do. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sew. See, this is how I have it. The top of the zipper lined up to the top of the front of the pouch. So I'm going to go ahead and sew this seam here. Take you to the machine with me. All right, so I am going to put a zipper foot on here. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sew fairly close to the teeth of this zipper and attach it all the way across. Now, when you get to the point where you're at the stopper, this is the key to doing a neat job on the zipper. Lift up the presser foot and turn it. And if you have to lift it even more, you can. And just, sometimes it's a little tricky. Just go ahead and slide that zipper pull past where you are. Sometimes a little hard to do. You really have to have that presser foot up, and then it's out of your way, and that makes the zipper insertion so much neater. To the edge. All right. And you see I have the front of the pouch like so. Okay, so I have gone and I have taken the other side and pinned it up so that they're like this. I've pinned it up to the other side of the zipper. And I'm going to go ahead and sew that on. Okay. And now you have the two top layers done. Okay. All right. I thought my camera was rolling and it wasn't. So I'm taking a lining piece now and I've pinned it up against the zipper at the top there. And I'm going to stitch it on this side, and I'm going to try to use the same stitch line. I know it's a little hard with fleece, but I'm going to try to use the same stitch line that I used before so that I don't have any stitches showing through. All right, and then we're going to simply do the same with the other side. So I'll just take you to the machine with me and we'll do that. I'm going to go on the same stitches. The zipper pulls right here, I can feel it. So once I get a little ways down, now I'm going to go and try and get that zipper pull out of the way, maybe a little sooner this time. All right. Okay, so we have one side now with a lining. Whoops. A front and a lining. And now we're going to go ahead and attach the lining up here. You want it all to line up nice and neatly. All right, the lining piece. I'm going to start up here. I'm going to use this same stitch line again. Okay, now you have the two linings attached and the two outer pieces attached. Okay, I'll take you back over to the table and show you how we put it all together. All right, so you have these all attached. Now what you want to do is kind of clip these seams a bit so that they're not so bulky. I clip away the fleece mostly. That's where the real bulk is. Don't cut the zipper tape. That's probably not a great idea. We want to press it. Definitely press the pieces so that they're lining up. So next thing, before we go any further, we want to press this open with the seam, away from the zipper. And then just about 1/8 of an inch away, do a little top stitch there and there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Get out my hump jumper. All right, I'm going to start right there. 5/8. All right, 1/2 an inch. I'm going to lock it. Pivot.
Okay, now we're coming up to this part here where we're going to need to use the hump jumper. Do you see why it won't go anywhere? Because it's just butting up against this huge thing. And actually we need a big hump jumper for this. So what you do is you raise your presser foot and you just put that underneath. And it kind of bridges the gap and gets you to the other side. Just like that. No breaking needles, no struggling. Okay. Okay. Now we're going to trim. Close to the edge. Okay. Take out these pins that I had in there. All right. Now another thing you want to do is you want to go to the corners and just clip the corners so that you have a nice neat corner. It matters a whole lot less on the lining than it does the outer part. Okay. All right, now you're just going to take the lining and turn this in the right side out. Okay. So now we've got a cute little pouch, and what I then do is I take the lining, pull it out, okay, and just go ahead and let those fold like that together. And then I'm just going to go over to the sewing machine and just sew that closed. It's inside, you'll never see it. Be right back. All right, I gave it a good press and we have a nice little pouch now. Let's see if the pencils fit in there. They don't necessarily have, the box doesn't necessarily have to fit, just the pencils. And they do, just fine. All right. Now the next thing we're going to do is put a little pull tab on here. Since we used the polka dot for the polka dot ribbon for the journal, we're going to carry that theme over to this pouch. Cut it on the diagonal again. All right. It's tricky, but you can do it. You have those 2 points. It's a very, very small hole to put it through, but you can do it. Okay, so I have a little pull tab on there, polka dot. And I'm going to go ahead and cut this at a 45-degree angle, and I'll put fray block on there to keep it from fraying. And we have a nice little pencil pouch. And I think the gift of the journal, the pencil pouch, and some color pencils will be just awesome for her.
Well, I hope your zipper pouches turn out as well as mine have been. This one is going to be for pens and pencils, colored pencils specifically, but you can make them and put all sorts of things in them. You could just give it empty and put like a little sampler box of chocolates in there. You could put, this could be something for a makeup bag. I did line it in vinyl once for somebody to keep in their purse for makeup items and things so you didn't leak all over the purse. I lined one with vinyl and gave it to my daughter-in-law a while back, and she uses it for essential oils. So there's lots of things you can do with these, and sky's the limit really. So day 3, we're going to be talking about pillowcases. And I'm going to show you some pillowcases that I made for my grandkids to use when they're at my house. But they also make a great gift. You could roll it up, tie a ribbon around it, and give it to them. You could even make matching jammy pants, which is another great idea that I've done before. So anyway, thank you for watching. And thank you to all my new subscribers. And if you're not subscribed yet, please go ahead and click that link below so that you don't miss any of this 20-day series. I have a lot of fun things planned ahead. So have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you tomorrow. Happy sewing and Merry Christmas.